Long time no see, bro. What's going on? Wiki Robbie, welcome on in. Welcome back. Yes, I'm making up for the time I've been gone. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. So last night we ended stream here. It was an attempted portal skip, and I just like logged out here. I think that's how it happened. Or was it here? Somewhere in this neighborhood we ended stream. Our previous base finds are down here. We found this chud base first, followed by this one, which seemed to have belonged to completely different people. We are just keeping on northbound, and I AFK'd for like a little bit before, for some reason, I got kicked. And I flew over all of this 1.12 activity. I have since been retracing it, but nothing yet. The only sign of life that I've seen is my sign ESP went off over here, and it was like a Pocky Boy 2021 sign, which is not the best thing, but it's so much loaded area in 1.12. Even if there's only a crater nearby, there is a chance that there's like something a little hidden off to the side that even Pocky Boy might have missed back in 2021. So we're gonna investigate this for as long as we can, see what comes out of it, and then after that we'll just chuck ourselves back into the nether and keep doing the damn thing. How's that sound? I made drawings this week. Check them in SBA art channel. Bro, also, do you remember the account Yin Yang? Yin Yang belonged to a friend of mine. An IRL friend who like joined 2B with me way back in the day, and I used his account to dupe for the short time period that it lasted after Mr. D gave it to me. He's getting into some video game making stuff, and I was showing off your sprites. I don't know what program you use to make your sprites, and I also forget the program that he uses. But he told me what it was, and it might be the same one that you use. If you say it, then it might be able to confirm. 38, welcome on in, bro. Dude, 38 coming in reminded me last night after stream, I played a little bit of League with an IRL, and I hadn't played League in, let me just make sure the audio is good. Is the music too loud or too quiet? I can turn it down a little bit if you guys want. If you guys are vibing with it, I'll keep it up though. We just jumped right into ranked. You know me, I played Singed. I actually played 2 Singed games back to back. One I did like really good in, and then the second one I went 1-12. 1-12 Singed top. And we won that one as well, and that game promoted me to gold once again. Gold 4, baby. So that was an iconic moment. I should have expressed to the game chat that was my promotion game. I'm sure they would have loved to hear it. Tactic, welcome on in, bro. You getting anything fun for your B-Day recently? Heading to the God range now. Wait, what's the God range? Remind me. Because I have a range in my mind, but I don't want to leak it. Visions of Red, welcome on in, bro. How have you been? Long time no see. Hard work, dream work. Welcome on in. What's up, old chunk? I like that name. Let's actually fly south. If this curves into all new chunks down here, then at least we kind of have like a beginning range to the south. Because I don't know. Here, I'll like kind of read. When I first flew through this, it kind of seemed like there was a convergence around here. Because it's a bunch of activity getting sent this way, but then it turns into new chunks, and then it's just northbound. But there's this little bit of like diagonal this way. Honestly, there's probably just like a grief like right here. But is Paul Steve the next faker? Nah, well, I just love, like right now I love Six Pack. That's the thing, like 1 in 12 is objectively just a shit score. And I was up against Pantheon, which I'm sure a lot of you guys don't really know league stuff. But he's like in a really aggressive laner. And so he was just killing me over and over. But I continued to just like be a nuisance. And I just brainwashed their jungler the whole game. And so their jungler Silas just lived top and it allowed us to get all the objectives. And so it actually, even though I was 1 in 12, I at least was not completely useless. Also, hi Moops. I don't know if I said hi. I'm trying to steal a brain rot while eating tacos because it's Taco Tuesday. I'm such a chud. Wait, are you actually playing Steal a Brain Rot? Should we try it on stream? I sure have chat signs on. I do. You DM'd me the God range? Okay, before I check my DMs where Toctic messaged me the God range, does anybody want to guess in chat what the supposed God range is? That it is inevitable for Toctic to pull up on 500 dubs in. I heard a giant crash on the server earlier today and it wasn't raining, but no one else said they heard it. Like Pop Bob Thunder exploit? Maybe you just had sleep paralysis. You think? May I receive a free prio queue? Dude, that was like 3 streams ago. Pokemon and Moose. How was your stream last night, man? Did you end up pulling up on the chicken base that you were looking for? Alright, we're gonna go left a little bit. It sounded like 10 lightning strikes happened at once. Maybe they were like hidden in an unloaded chunk. You know what I'm saying? Like how Etbez would use minecarts and shove them all into one chunk that was unloaded. And then when it became loaded by another player on the highway, they would all just like unleash at once. Just so many explosions at once that your totem, auto totem couldn't keep up. Maybe it was something like that. Please, Polly? Okay, a bed and a tree in 1.19. So somebody has been exploring this in the newer version. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something north. What did Moose say? About to get back on it. Oh, let me see. You guys put in your bets for the range. I'm gonna guess he's gonna be talking about... It's either gonna be like 18 mil or it's gonna be like 3 mil. Let's see. Oh! Wasn't either of those. That's as much as I'll say. I'll keep your secret though, Toctic. Guys, be honest. Do I look like I have a crazy baby face right now? I shaved. Do I look like a child? It's way more noticeable on camera. I promise that you can... whatever. I'm not actually pressed. I'm just curious. Always have. Put it back on. Were the Chewy cords that were leaked fake? Goober, what were the Chewy cords? Because... I know it's a foreign concept to you, Moose. I mean, What? If you grow facial hair, what do you think more matches with the idea of all natural? Completely unshaven or baby face? What's up, jam pudding? Yo, anybody know who this guy is? Get him in Journeyman. He said he quit 2B and that he leaked his stash and some guy said you were given them. And he also posted it as his Discord status. So the Chewy Discord status chords are not the same as the chords that he sent me that we toured on stream. I learned that the hard way. Because when I was on my way out there, I was just like referencing his bio for some reason. Vince is driving a hard bargain right now. Can you give me a kit at spawn, please? Which one do you want? These are the only ones I have. Might I recommend the magic chest? He has a bundle inside of a bundle. Yo, Dees. Freddy Krueger. Welcome on in, Raiders. 07's in chat for Freddy Krueger and Raiders. Bro, long time no see, man. Luke, welcome on in. How was your stream? What the hell is going on? Is he playing 2B? Fred is King 87. That's him. Can I have a book IRL from Barnes & Nobles? Sure. I bet that this trail is taking me directly to whatever all of this 1.12 activity is about. Found a Chinese farm base. Classic. I love finding a Chinese farm base. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate the farm base? Like, was it a lot of different farms? Was it AFK-able by chance? Was there like an auto shulkering system? A succulent Chinese meal. What's your guys' go-to meal at a Chinese food restaurant? Sushi roll!
Goat emoji, goat emoji, goat emoji, goat emoji.
Welcome on in. Welcome back, Sushi. How you doing, man? Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. I like lo mein. Orange chicken is a classic. Do you guys like Panda Express? It's pretty good. I used to love it as a kid. Chillin', man. Getting back into D&D this evening. So it's not going to be an exceptionally long stream this evening. Maybe I'll stream after. It depends. I do need to clean my place still. The only clean part about my entire house is this corner of my bed that you guys can barely see in the camera. The rest of the bed is unmade and full of shit. Yeah, I'm on Twitch and YouTube. That's why you can see both chats show up in above my head. Hoodie Meech. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. You play 2B? Hello, man. I wonder if I'd recognize any of the players at the base that you found, Freddy. Probably love your mustache. It's like, you can like... Look, you can see it more now. I still have the essence. I still have the essence of a mustache. So at least when you see me in person, like, you know, you think to yourself, you're like, this guy could grow some facial hair if he wanted, but he's choosing not to. Blue! One shot of tequila for Paul. Should I drink? Shall we? Cheers. Insane mustache looks cool. I love you guys. All right, here we go. Back north. When am I going to do a Prio giveaway, Paul? I did one right before I took my little hiatus. I'm broke again. I'm trying to move into a new apartment. Hope you find some named items and other good loot out there today. Havlin, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Cheers. Yeah, we never did any sort of voodoo with this book. Maybe an opportunity will still present itself, but yeah, we have a high from Prisoner Idiot 2025 that we found last stream. Sigma Boy we found last stream. We found all these kits. These are my favorite kits of all the ones that we found last stream. Look at the gear in here. It's incredible. Like, I'm just thinking about the amount of living. The amount of living that has been invested into this individual unduped kit. You know what I'm saying? This I've seen duped. And I looked at them at my stash after stream yesterday, and they don't look like this when they're duped. I think that they usually don't have the enchanting books or gapples. I think it's all just potatoes in the bottom. Okay, here we are. Anything is possible starting right now. Shot. What the? Bro, what if it just ends? Where are we? What the hell is going on? The dust has only just begun to form. We're like in the 2 mil range. Evidently, we might be in the scam range. Sorry about my gross noises I might make today. I'm still getting over a bit of the throat bug. How did I start the channel? What, my Twitch? Is that what you're talking about? Neg X? Depends who's asking. Do you think megabases still exist in the 2 mil range? I feel like they're usually way further. Oh, 100% they exist. I mean, bro, Sky Masons was 800k out. Dr. Chicken McNuggets, welcome on in. The YouTube and Twitch. Why do you start? Origin. So just like most of yas, I first learned about 2B2T from the YouTube algorithm with FitMC. And my favorite character in the 2B2T world when I first was introduced to it was Baki Bakbak, because he looked like the Joker and he put lava all over spawn. I was like, okay, this is awesome. And then after that, I ended up joining, and I was just really into like I wanted to like be the king when I first joined. And so that's when I got into making schematics, and I was like, what kind of resources are at spawn? It's all cobblestone and obsidian. So I made like a big wall that said PS007 out of cobblestone and obsidian. I was like, I'm gonna just put these everywhere at spawn, and everybody will know who I am. And that was like my initial like bit. I was also like into like highway repairing, and like I've told that story a bunch of like me getting into highway repair. Now, over time, however, I really fell in love with the exploration part of it. I was like, and I've explained why I love the exploration part of it before, you know, just how it's, you can't write a strategy guide. On like the world of 2B, you just have to see it for yourself, and it's just a reflection of so many other people's creativity and conscious experiences and stuff. So I was really fascinated by that, and around that same time period, I started seeing ranch YouTube videos pop up, because I was watching a lot of FitMC at that point. And so it was like FitMC, Sal C1, and Fast Vincent were like the 3 top dogs. They still kind of are, though we have a lot of other content creators in the mix nowadays too. The only one that was routinely doing stream highlights was Ranch with Basehunting. What the hell, Blue? Have fun at dinner. Crossplane. Thanks, dude. I appreciate the support. I'm stoked just to see you again, man. But thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot. What you been up to on 2B lately, by the way? What have all you guys been up to? I still want to, like, I feel like I said I wanted to hear from you guys, and I still just ended up rambling on a lot about Japan. Anyways, so I saw Ranch making these videos, stream highlights, base hunting. And I'm like, bro, like, he's the only guy out here doing this shit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I love base hunting. And I was like, you know what? I recognize that there is a space here. A space for potential. Because I love this shit. Other people gotta love this shit too. And it also kind of resonated and connected with, like, a part of my inner child. Of being like, as a kid, I always said I wanted to be, like, I was just like a nerdy kid, and I played Final Fantasy and shit, like I always talk about. And as a kid, I was like, I want to be a sky pirate. And I always, like, it's like, I'm going to have an airship someday and just travel around and not be attached to anything. And so in some way, I am honoring my inner child. And I think that's part of the source of, like, my creativity to this day that allows me to, like, keep pushing the button in that department. But so I was like, this is gonna be so cool, in a way of creative expression and in a way to, like, connect to people. I was also kind of in a place where I'm, like, quite a bit past this type of headspace now, but I was also dealing with some, I don't want to say social anxiety, but, like, I'm an internet kid, you know. I grew up just being on the internet all the time, so I have an ease of communication with internet folk, and only after streaming did it, like, come to show that, like, it was actually a really good source of, like, social interaction for me at the time when I first started, because I felt like I was just more exhausted and obligated to uphold a lot of IRL relationships that I had at the time, type shit. So there's like a bunch of reasons, but first and foremost, initially, was just me recognizing that this space was nobody, just Ranch. I'm like, bro, I could be that guy too. And so that's when I started doing it. And I preach all the time, like, the reasons why I love doing it. I love being able to showcase things on the server, expressions of people's creativity, and just, like, state of life that are unknown and unseen until we reveal it on stream together. And then being able to, like, facilitate those experiences is really special. And I get to be a sky pirate. And so that's one of the things that's always been the same since I ever started all the way to today. And, like, that's why, you know, I appreciate you guys coming through, and I appreciate you guys creating spaces for cool conversations, and also the support when you guys, like, donate and resub and stuff. It means a lot for you guys to enable something that is, like, really fulfilling in that way for me. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy it, and that you guys get something from it in your lives, and maybe can inspire and spark creativity for you guys. So there's my whole bit. There you go, Luca. Now that I missed, like, every message in the past 5 minutes. I'm gonna scroll up and see a couple messages. How to restart sub? I appreciate it, Crossplane. You always stream at 1 a.m. for me. I've been hunting and learning PvP. What is your ping like? My ping right now is 130. And last night it was 107. I don't know why it went up. But it seems pretty evident that, like, PvP is so heavily determined by your ping. So if you live like on the east coast of the US, I think like the best place you can live is New York. I don't know how I feel about all this stuff we've been exploring. Seems to be a bit fruitless. Thanks, Zyroro. Appreciate it. Zyro, I see your ass on 9B. Oh yeah, someone asked if I'd ever play 9B. I like 9B. Out of all of the Anarchy servers aside from 2B, I am most fond of 9B, even though I'm not the most familiar with all of them. Oh, come on in, Popple.
Glurp 77.
At Ricky Bobby. Ricky, check Stolen's DMs. Thanks, Popple. I appreciate it, bro. How have you been? What you been up to? Any dastardly deeds recently? I made a Miku note block song the other day. Wait, I think they love Miku in Japan. Retired to building. Not bad. Ugh. So you know how like in the base hunting scene, we're always looking for new exploits for travel or mostly just travel and stuff like that. And then with PvP, they're always looking for new ways to get a leg up and fighting each other. In the building scene, do you guys know if there's any like cool exploits going on right now? I guess like if you guys don't want to bring any up, that's cool. I get it because you don't want things to get patched, but I know that like sometimes like different printing modules come in and out, being able to just like place a bunch of blocks at once. So printer is still at large. The state of printer is still awesome. Zero Moly, I never build, so I never really use it, but I reckon that still is the case. It don't work on 2B. Heart of the Sea for Jaws. Does 2B have long hop yet, or is that a 9B thing only still? Yeah, I don't think we have long hop right now. I think that any form, like, ever since Grim, what was that, like Grim Bypass? Yeah, Grim Disabler. Ever since Grim Disabler kind of got busted, I don't know of any super effective travel methods for PvP. Although then again, I do see people do these things where they like super fast swap between chestplate and elytra, so it looks like they're flying around with their chest plates, but really it's just swapping back and forth a bunch. I don't know. I can only imagine that causes some desync, but maybe desync isn't really that big of an issue anymore. Trying to get a sense of what direction this person is traveling. Because this is like a gap here, which would make me think that I'm following it backwards, even though it's going farther away from the highway. Then again, he could have just like scaffolded up here. Oh, maybe not. No, it does look like I'm following it backwards because you would have just mined it down from right here. Weird. Not necessarily bad. Also, in this kind of range, with this kind of 1.12 activity in the mix, it's always possible for somebody to be attempting to hide 1.19 or newer bases within the 1.12 activity. You know what I'm saying? The chestplate and elytra thing uses half the durability. Oh. Watch my short on the longest tunnel in MC on the second oldest anarchy server in history, Mr. Steve. Entropy Boomer. Watch me hit this portal skip first. I will always still think a build's cool if it looks cool. But if I know it was hand built and more so free-handed, that to me is the pinnacle of what builds are. Yeah, I agree. Devin Show. What's up?
Yo, bro.
Yo, bro. Thank you for the continued support. I appreciate you, dude. How are you doing today? By the way, Shino, I put my name on a little world map thing that I saw that you were at too. I did that yesterday. And I think it is so awesome. But I'm not going to speak into much detail about it, as I'm not the creator. But maybe someday I'll speak more clearly about it. NATO was on it too. So was Mikey J. Dude, I want to see so many people there. I want to see all of you guys there. Yes, Shino. And that's why we might need to bring Spacebar out there. That's the last thing I'll say about that. Okay, yeah, Entropy Boomer. Let's see. I'm just gonna like fly this direction in the meantime in the overworld. Let's see if anything happens. YouTube. Entropy Boomer. Okay, here we are.
The longest tunnel ever dug in Minecraft.
Ooh.
It was dug on 9B9T.
Wait.
The longest tunnel ever dug in Minecraft. It was dug on 9B9T,
Nice
a
voice.
server where exploits and modifications are allowed. The tunnel took 8,000 fully enchanted diamond pickaxes to complete, a monumentous task. A player called HHA Schaffer started running towards the netherworld border on a tunnel dug by Vaxry. Upon arriving at the border,
Thank you for the follow, Real Threes. I appreciate it. I'm confused. Let's just watch the rest of the
he
video.
discovered many shulkers of pickaxes were left over.
Thank you so much, Chronic Planner Lind? I really like me to pronounce your name. I appreciate it.
He decided he wanted to start digging towards the netherworld corner on the 16th of February, 2022. After 6 months straight of digging day in and day out, HHA Schaffer arrived at the netherworld corner only to find that it was already explored. A year earlier, in August of 2021, a group called Rubik had found a teleport exploit and had arrived and created a base already.
What?
This devastated HHA Schaffer.
No, that's
and
cool.
After a week of being there, he went through a nether portal, which sent him to Overworld Spawn. 210 million blocks
Overworld Spawn? I thought it would send him to the Overworld World Border Corner.
away. This is the story of the longest tunnel ever
Oh,
dug in
nice. I
Minecraft.
like the loot part.
It was dug on 9B9T.
I like it.
Exploits and modifications
Everybody like.
are allowed. The tunnel took 8,000 fully enchanted diamond pickaxes to complete, a monument dug by Vaxry. Upon arriving at the border, he discovered many shulkers of pickaxes were left over. He decided he wanted to start digging towards the netherworld corner on the 16th of February, 2022. After 6 months straight...
Well, I feel like, genuinely speaking, there's only so far that anybody can go on Minecraft in these anarchy servers, you know. But the Diag world borders and the Nether are just like, that's as far as far gets. And that's what he did. It was just one guy, though, it seems like. Hella cool. Hella good video. I like the lore. Have I thought of playing Persona 4 Golden? Yes, Luke, I have. I was talking about it yesterday a little bit. Especially after Japan. Like, I want to play a lot more Japanese games. I want to play through some other Final Fantasy games. I want to play Final Fantasy 7 again. I gotta do something for my my upcoming Variety Games YouTube channel. Please do, and if you stream it, let me know. You think I should stream it? I mean, you might recognize Elric884, who comes to on stream every now and again. He's a mod. He gifted me that game, Persona 4 Golden. He gifted it to me on Steam and asked me to stream it someday. And I told him someday I would, so. HHA Schaffer? I feel like I recognize his name. Oh, I see. Entropy. It's theoretical longest you can do without a full netherworld border ring road. Chronic Planner Lynn says, I've been to that 2012 swamp hut you were at a couple months ago. I've been hunting a lot pre-quartz trails, but now I'm trying to hunt newer trails for stashes. Any tips? Chronic Planner, did you find it after me or before me? That's sick. So you found it before me. I'm curious if I saw your sign there. Overloaded a lot of space nearby. Maybe he was trying to see if there were any skinny trails that he didn't see at first. And someday I'll finish Pokemon Platinum. I should probably do that first. Oh yeah, you were saying that, Nitty. Bro had a Minecraft forum. Damn, Chrono Planner. Tips for finding stashes. I gave the same tip yesterday. I've given it 1,000 times, but like I've said, it's like a Mary Poppins bag out there. There's always new little basin stashes coming up right outside of the 1 mil range. Like immediately after you pass 1 mil, so many people join the server and that's all they want to do is make a base past 1 mil, and they get that far and then they immediately start looking to make a place somewhere. And I know it seems like I've given that advice so many times that it's like ain't no way that that's still the truth, but it just keeps happening over and over. Like I said, it's like a Mary Poppins bag out there. I gotta take the piss out of myself. Our stats, welcome on in right on time. I'm about to hit a crazy portal skip. Okay. Also right on time because you're in charge of stream for a sec while I go to the bathroom. 1 sec. Bye, bait break? Huh? Pale oak skip? What the hell is going on? The dust has on. I could give you some really old bass chords if you like. Don't worry. I'll find them. I mean, I won't say no, though. I just... My thing is that... I find myself having a hard time visiting all the places that I get invited to sometimes. So I can never guarantee that I'll actually make it out. Watch this portal skip. Bruh. Boom. How far out do I usually base hunt? Depends. I love all the ranges. I love, like, greater spawn. I love all the ranges. Show me what you got. It's like, what are these guys doing over here? Come on. I don't see you hunting the end much, Paul. That's a good point. I like hunting in the end, but not all the time. To be honest, my gripe with the end, there's a couple gripes I have about the end. One is it's like seemingly hunted completely disposition, and I know it's not completely hunted, but there have been a couple times where I'll find myself trying to do like a big boy strat and like flying parallel to a highway and be like, oh man, someone's gonna be jumping off this shit at some point, I know it. And then I'll like get in contact with other people that are like, oh yeah, I already did that. Like, I just did that last year. Maybe there's something new. But then at that point, I'm gambling with like something after that year. Like within a year's time, getting created on this one highway, millions out in the end. And I'm just like, bruh. Then again, my last stash that I found in the end dimension, which was probably like maybe a year ago, that was not that far. That was like a few 100K out, just like in the mud of activity. And while, you know, there's a lot of hate and spiraling about it, that's a fun dimension to do it at, because then you can like really get a clear sense of like the trajectory of a bunch of trails. You can see how they get less and less as you get farther out. That's kind of fun. I do enjoy that every now and again. But my last gripe I'll say about the end dimension hunting is the fact that once you get past a certain point in the millions, like hunting some deep trails, you need to bring 2 accounts out. Because you'll start running low on resources. And if you want to, like, repair your elytra, you either have to build, like, an Enderman farm out there and just start getting XP off of them. Or re-gear with an alt account. And the other reason why you're going to want an alt account out there is because if you find a stash, you're not able to move it unless you have an alt account out there. Because how are you going to get back to that end base after taking a load of stuff? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little bit of an extra chore, which plays to the benefit of those who decide to live out there. Like, you're sacrificing the fact that it's a bit of a chore to get out there and move out there, but hopefully it helps protect your stuff. Throw it through the gateway. I've done that before. There was one time when I found an end stash and it was like, what, 10, 15 dubs? And all I did was I reloaded all of the dubs into chested minecarts. And then I just put them on a rail and just sent them all through the gateway at once. That was kind of funny. And it was scared. It was scared. It was scary because I'm pretty sure that if how does it work? Things get despawned or things get deleted within like a certain range of. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Sorry, I missed a bunch of messages. Let's see. Rita says, do you guys prefer soft shell tacos or hard shell? And do you guys like beef tacos or chicken tacos better? What I prefer is like a little bit of like a grilled or sort of charred corn tortilla. So it's not quite hard or soft like we typically think about them, like in the grocery store. That's the best. Because that way you get a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a crunch to it, but it's not like... Donnie, welcome on in. Donnie Maloney. If you don't hunt the end, you'll never find the Shino Spacebar T-Black stash. I haven't hunted end yet. There are secrets out there. You just gotta be brave. I think there's probably more activity because of multi-dimensional purling now. True. I've had to move stuff through, like what Almost Season was referencing. I've had to move stuff. Why am I walking backwards? Whatever, let's just go this way a little bit. I've had to move stuff through end spawn on several occasions. And I'll never have to do that again. There was one time when I was like moving things through end spawn at the same time that it was being bombed. It was a mess. I have become a soft shell man at heart. Hard shell on top. Speaking of taco, welcome on in, man. Lightly fried corn tortillas are the best. NATO gets it. We moved 200 through end spawn once. Had to stop because people would show up. Yup. Yeah. It's slow moving, and it gets your heart racing a little bit when people start appearing in front of you and they have no idea that your entire inventory is just full of shulkers. Except for unless you have one showing in your hand. They're like, what you doing, bud? I've been killed a good bit of times. So as we travel through this 1.12 activity, I mean, look how fat this 1.19 activity is here too. And the lava appears to be completely flown. So perhaps we might be in the market for a 1.19 base in this neighborhood. Hopefully, that'd be awesome. Hooray! Oh, come on in. Okay, if I get a spawn that's not in the deep slate, that would be optimal. Bruh. Guess what? I'm eating pizza for dinner tonight. Ooh, this is kind of an interesting question. In your guys' mind, do you have like an ideal, like the best looking pizza slice from like a cartoon or a TV show? Like a pizza moment that best captures like the deepest sense of pizza joy? You guys know what I'm saying? Like for me, I think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When I was real young and I was watching like the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, like before the TMNT like cartoon movie came out, like way before then. They're just down in the sewers eating this crazy cheesy pizza. The pizza from the Pizza Planet base. Found it yet, Paul? I will never forget that dream. That's probably the most prominent. That was the first 2B dream I ever had. Still might come into fruition someday. In my dream, for those who haven't heard, my very first 2B dream, I have since had a handful. I pulled up on a stash in a savannah. Pulled up on the savannah. The stash was like kind of just under the surface. Just my ESP going off. And then like above it, kind of in the sky about this big, was just the Pizza Planet symbol from Toy Story. And in my dream, like the stash people log on, but they're not using hacks in my dream, and so they like don't know I'm there. Probably like 200 dubs in my dream. What about the pizza from the Goofy movie? S plus tier pizza? Yup. Yup, that's what I'm talking about. This reminds me, I should probably start studying for my 2 finals tomorrow. What are they on? Here, this is what we can do. You start your finals. I'll go live. And you can, like, put, like, an earpiece in your ear of my stream. And then you can, like, type the questions into stream chat. And we'll all work together. Philosophy and computer science? Bro, how do they do a test on philosophy? Probably a bunch of names. It's probably, like, asking, like, what dudes are. Is that what Widen a Savannah is about? Bro, Widen a Savannah. As time continues on 2B2T, the concept of Widen a Savannah falls deeper and deeper into obscurity. But the idea of Widen a Savannah is because the like most widespread dupe to come about on the server was the donkey dupe, right? And savannas are generally where you find donkeys. And so Widen a Savannah is indicating that somebody was exploring a savanna trying to find a donkey. And we're hoping that they eventually found one and created a dupe stash in the biome. Like you had 3 hours to write an entire paper on whichever philosophical topic you wanted to. What did you write yours about? I told you guys I finished my book during my trip. The only book I've ever read. Last time I read a book for the love of the game was probably when I was in like 4th grade and I was reading Twilight because I thought it made me look cool. I thought it would get me all the ladies. But the book that I read on my trip is called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Anybody's read that book before? Let me know. It was Power of No. It was life-changing, for real. I used to pull a bunch of the Twilight books off the shelves at thrift stores to try to find the good books behind them. Wait, they stuffed books in front of other books? Is that a thing? Alright. I had an exam this morning too. Is it like finals season? Assumption? 5:32. I need to end at like 6:15. Why? Because DND night. Was it one of the books you purchased the other week? Yes, it was, Ricky Bobby. I'm glad you remembered. That's what you were referencing. Yeah, I bought that, and I bought like a Marcus Aurelius book, and I got 2 Eckhart Tolle books, but one was like the genuine, like the Power of Now was like his genuine book. The other one was kind of like mantras in it. Hello, everybody. Y'all want to light this portal for me? Meditations? Yeah, that's the book I got. Good old Marcus Aurelius. And I got the version too that was kind of more true to form. There's like 2 versions, English versions, and one is like more directly translated, and then one is reformatted for like modern society. I didn't want to get the reformatted one because I thought that it would like kind of zhuzh it up. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a armor stand for some reason. We're seeing some pretty heavy portal skip activity. Oh. 1.12 trail. Westbound. Seems like I might be being hunted by our 1.19 guy. Dude, you guys remember when Moist Critical made the song 2019 guy? All the music he made during that time period. Awesome. Bro, I like run Imperials. What is going on? Oh, for anybody who hasn't seen my fresh ink, I got a new tat. I think that most of you guys saw it yesterday, but for anybody who didn't. What is this base hunting situation? It's awesome. We need a Paul Tat show-off counter. Okay, I think it's at 3. I showed it off at like the beginning of stream, and then I showed off at the end of stream yesterday, and then I just showed off now. What? It's awesome. I like it. Zyroro! See you later, man. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you for the good luck. We're gonna need it if we're gonna clutch up a find in the next little bit. Find a base. You got it, real threes. Watch this. Every time I open a portal, I pretend like I'm like Doctor Strange. Like. Damn it. Total undying. I'll take it. What was it? Unnamed. Bro. Certified portal skipper out here going crazy, man. Not good. Not good. Okay, he attempted 2 skips. Little did he know the real base is just right on the other side of these chunks. Come on. Damn it. Thank you, real threes. Okay, where are we at? I don't know. It's a lot of... Oh, here we go. I see the skip. I loaded a chunk they didn't want me to load. It's to the right. Let me in. Chunker Ba. Tona Bear. Ooh, it's gonna be right down here. Boom. 3 more E-chests. My inventory is full of awesome stuff. Go! Paul, I just found a trail up a ring road, and then it just came back to the same ring road, bro. What? Who does this? Maybe they hit a portal skip somewhere along it. You think? Come on, video games. Show me what you got. Ooh, one thing I had in Japan was I had Domino's. Did I tell you guys that? I had Domino's, and we ordered an American pizza. Guess what was on it? Moops, thank you so much for the follow, man. After all these years. Hot dog chunks? Hot dog? Dumb Linux user. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. If you're in Japan and you order an American pizza, you are going to receive not cheeseburger ingredients, not hot dog. Devin Show, thank you so much. You will receive a pepperoni pizza. That was kind of interesting. Oh yeah, there's no word for pepperoni in Japanese. Okay, I don't think that's the reason. There has to be a word for pepperoni in Japanese. Hello, mate. Bad Mighty Pie. Welcome on in. Can you say McDonald's in Japanese? McDonald's. Maybe. Bro doesn't know. What am I supposed to know? What is this? Y'all gotta stop playing with me. That's it. I'm hitting a portal script right here. Right here. There's nothing you guys can do to stop me. Maku Danaru. I was pretty close. Buzz too cool. I appreciate you. I'm glad you could catch a stream. I will be making more. I'm advancing. I'm always advancing. Do I see the cave air exploit? I do. It's surprisingly, I mean, it's cool and can definitely be useful, but not as frequently as you might imagine. What is the cave air exploit? I never really talked about it much on the stream because I was trying to gatekeep it for as long as I could, but it's since become totally public, especially as it's in Decto's client. DevChino says it gives a lot of false positives. Yeah, 100%. But essentially, in certain biomes in the Nether, something that you can't really see is obviously the air blocks. And since you can't see them, you would have no idea that there's actually two different types of air blocks. It's regular air and cave air. And I might be botching this a little bit, but from what I understand is that if you were here and then you build a portal, light it up, and then break it, the space that is left behind and where this obsidian once was changes its state from regular air to cave air. And so what people will run are like basically a type of ESP that indicates cave air that is sitting in the shape of a portal. So you can see where people have once broke their portals. Is the idea. But again, like I've actually used it a good bit, and maybe it's since become more advanced and gives less false positives, but when I was using it, it just gave a lot of false positives. And I figured that, like, if I was gonna find something off a skip anyway, then I'm gonna find it anyway, just from like grit and spending a lot of time on it, versus feeling like I felt like I was wasting a lot of time, like attempting skips on spots where it was a false positive. Trouser low-key Mogs Jeff mod. Wait, I forgot they were different. Trouser streaks. Bro, what is going on? Where are these people coming from? Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Nah, Joe. What is this? It goes right through a damn highway. I don't care. I'm following this northbound activity. Is there a meteor add-on for Cave Air? I don't think so. Oh, a meteor add-on? Wait. I wouldn't be surprised if Trouser Streaks or Jeff Mod had it. Sorry, you said add-on and that part went over my head. I was just thinking it's like a meteor module. Bepdos. Oh, Bep does. It's definitely not a portal skip here. Okay, so our dude decides to go left right after crossing with that other trail that's already going left. Okay. Now, I can't find this too late because I want to have the time to explore it without being short for time. Mushior changed my life? Wait, I heard of that. What is this? Hella mining. Oh, they're making a perimeter. It's gonna be a mega base. Let's go. Get me in there. Get me in. Gotta be something around here. It's gotta be. Who's this Froggy EXE guy? I kind of like him. be a way out of here. There might just be a way out. There might just be a way out. Close enough. W. Froxy? Healthy insects means healthier frogs. Don't forget, let's go Froakie. Time for an adventure. Is that from Pokemon? How does my auto portal never fail? I have it set to kind of not, I sacrifice speed for accuracy, but also beyond that is because I'm running a auto portal that's from like the private version of Stardust. And what Oxtaz did when he made it is that whenever it's making the portal, because it was failing all the time, even in spite of no matter how slow you went. Whenever it's making the portal and it sees that it's unfinished, even when it finished its computations, it will just restart. It'll restart and redo it over and over until it actually finishes the portal. That's the difference. See, like it just, see how it like delayed and then kept going? I'm sure that during the delay it would have normally stopped, but then it just like restarts its thing. I remember when he added that. All frogs are harmed by pesticides. I like frogs. Hooray, I found a vanilla base. Wish I found a base. It's not fair. Other people get to find them, not me. How old is it? I just keep checking my phone to make sure I'm not falling too far behind on time. I do have to end in 15 minutes. I hate to say it, y'all. But even if we don't find anything today, it was still a fruitful hunt for what it's worth. And maybe I'll stream after. If not, whenever I do stream again, it'll probably be picking up in this same neighborhood because obviously there's a lot going on. I can redeem ants 3 times. Please don't. One stack of kelp. Oh yeah. I'm still saving up for 10 times ants. I need to come up with some more point redemption things. The whole area of my Twitch channel is starting to collect dust. Okay, it's a crap tone loaded. You need to make them visible to you. That I also need to do, yeah. That's true. Oh, buddy. Uh-oh. Okay, not quite the typical auto portal skip build. Where is it putting me? What if I just... What if I just... made up another portal right here. It's not going to connect, right? It's going to be slightly offset. What are ants? Bugs. Okay, it seems like multiple people heading north. Wait, y'all, we might... Huh? Oh no. Help! Also, oh, welcome on in, Soper Moo. I hope you've been well. It's good to see you again. I DM you my new tat. You inspired me to get another one, dude. I know. I get the tattoo fever for real. For real. Let's see if there's anything going on. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. But Sofermu asked, I don't know if you ever solved it, but can you check no render if there's an option called cave culling? That might fix the free look hiding stuff. What? We're gonna try it when we get back in the nether. Where did that trail go? It works? Mod that guy! Shout out Soph. So that was gate kept. I don't think it was gate kept. I think that like it was just never, people weren't noisy enough about it for anybody to like start talking about it. So you know when I like free look in a cave and I'm mining, you can't really see everywhere like around. Sofermu just came through and gave us the fix for that. It's cave culling and no render. Just regular old no render on Meteor. Alright, I need to mine up these things. Shout out Soph. What the? Oh wait, that's the portal I made a second ago. Okay, there's a shit ton of noise this direction though. That's what we need to look for. So yeah, now when I mine through this wall, I should be able to see everything when I free look around. Oh my goodness, we're so back. Oh, finally. How long did we live without that? For how long? That's crazy. Thanks, Soph. For those who don't know, lore-wise, couple months back now, I think it was a couple months back now, we found a overworld shulker farm. No, we're not talking about the shulks left over at LARP Town. We're talking about, I found it off stream and I decided to stream it after the fact. Just like a farm base. I think it was a Russian farm base. But before I found it, Soph and friends found it and they were living at it. So that's kind of how we, I already kind of knew her, but that's where we first like really hung out in game. I want to try another skip like here. Honestly, this range is a good range to practice portal skips. Because they're definitely out here in this range more frequently than deeper. Alright, we got some portals in the mix here. Let go. Bum, 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 dun, dun. Better, 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 that shit look like a toupee. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I need to end in 7 minutes. Damn it. Help. There's something about this activity bunch over here, though. We need to go back to that. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to cruise down southwest into that zone where we found that bunch of activity. Right around here, Bob. And we'll do just like a little bit of reconnaissance right now. But I'm gonna throw up Spiral before I go to D&D. And we will see. We will see. I mean, come on, y'all. Oh, I've got to be kidding me. Help. Really? I mean, that's fine. All right, let's just. Oh, and I can see the way out. Yes. Let's go. Yo, Luke. Send cords, I help. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Luke, how you doing, man? I hope you've been well. It's good to see you again. Oh, is this water in here? Huh. Any easy way out? Nope. So yeah, we're just gonna slowly prepare for the spiral. But yeah, it's hella busy nether side here, and like we're in a type of range where obviously we were following that one trail for a bit where the dude was portal skipping a bunch. That's not necessarily indicative of like this whole area being hunted, because it's like so much activity and it's so messy that people just end up just following one-off trails going a whole different direction. So I don't know, I'm not super pressed about this area. Definitely is still curious to spiral a bit. What is that emoji, Luke? Oh, Dumbliness user asked, is there a baritone elytra that uses elytra fly on const? You might be able to configure baritone elytra to like not just use rockets, but to not use anything in particular, and just allow whatever client or whatever like module you're running to spearhead that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so yo, you guys remember this? This was from a few streams ago. I need to clean out my e-chest. Let's use our XP shulker. Throw down Sigma Boy, our clock. Put these in here. Put that in here. Anything that we don't need, we're just gonna get rid of. Okay. A stack and a half of fireworks will be fine. Get rid of the pearls. I don't need all these totems. We're gonna want all the elytra though. Should be good. Honestly, I don't need the crystals. Don't really need the tools. That's fine. Let's top off the firework reserve. Okay, so as we look, I mean, I'll want to spiral just like all of this, bro. So yeah, we're gonna end it here as I prepare to do that. I have an answer next stream for if we find anything doing it. If it looks really exciting and really cool, I'll definitely throw up a little stream right after DND to reveal if we flew over a base. Otherwise, if not, I should just be live again tomorrow, probably later again than I streamed today, or earlier. I actually don't know, depending on how much I clean tonight. Anyways, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. But, shout out Soph for the cave culling tech. When will this next stream be? Either tonight, if it looks like it's like I fly over anything, or tomorrow. Even though less fruitful in terms of finds this stream versus yesterday, hella good vibes, hella good conversations, and I appreciate every one of you guys coming through. Thanks again, Sophie Moo. Everybody in chat freaked out when you dropped that tidbit of information. That is so satisfying. Raid Yemez? My pleasure. But also shout out our boy Pineapple 50. And shout out Space for Cake. Yemez 7. Woo! Alright. Please bring the hype, bring the love for Yemez. Let's go ahead and just spam Pissed Moogles and Skibbity Marley Bones. And yeah. Good luck on your guys' hunts. Good luck, have fun with whatever else you're taking care of today. I appreciate you guys spending some time with me. And that's that. Exclamation point Discord. I'll do it right now. And Twitch to join the stream in Discord for stream updates. Sometimes we do giveaways as well. If you're on YouTube, you can just navigate through the description of the stream. Yeah. I'm sitting through this raid. Love y'all. Catch you on the flip. Peace.
Oh my. Yeah, I am not having a good day. Oh, holy shit.
Swish, swish, bish.